Hey guys, it's Dysautonomia Awareness Month, and as a dysautonomia warrior and someone who has dysautonomia, specifically the type of dysautonomia called POTS or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, I'm going to be making one video a week for every week of this month. It is October, which is Dysautonomia Awareness Month, and I'm here to spread awareness for dysautonomia and other fellow dysautonomia warriors like me. I really hope you enjoyed this series, and we are going to be covering some very important topics over the dysautonomia. So I really hope you enjoy, and I can't wait to see you guys' responses to these videos. So if you want to share your dysautonomia story, the comment section is open. Comment it down below. I would love to hear you guys' dysautonomia stories and progress with your diagnosis and conditions. We are Invisible Illness Warriors, and I really hope you enjoy these videos. So without further ado, this is the Dysautonomia series. Hey guys, I'm Lillian. Welcome back to Service Handler Rosie. I'm Lillian. I'm a service dog handler. This is my service dog Rosie, and welcome back to our channel. As you saw in the intro, it's October, which is Dysautonomia Awareness Month, and I am making one video a week. So make sure to go check out my other informational videos the first week. I also have a playlist which you can go find out on my channel. The first week, my video was all about dysautonomia and my type, which is called POTS. And the second week, which I actually posted Monday because I was having health issues last week, was Rosie's task for my POTS. I will do a better video later, but that is just a quick video I wanted to give you guys because I did fail you guys to give you a video last week. So, sorry. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about my journey with dysautonomia and POTS, and we're going to start all the way back to when I was really, really little. So ever since I have been a human in this world, I've always been heat intolerant, and heat intolerant is a big sign of POTS, and it exacerbated my dysautonomia symptoms, which I didn't know were dysautonomia at the time, and I may not have had really dysautonomia, but I did have symptoms from back then. I get very dizzy in the heat. I've always gotten very dizzy in the heat. My heart rate skyrockets, and I've always been exercise intolerant, especially getting into 4th grade and up. I had lung pain, chest pain, shortness of breath. My heart would skyrocket. I would get very, very dizzy. But I never had any syncope episodes. It was only pre-syncope up until a year or two-ish ago. So into my early teens, my health issues started to progress, and this is when I started noticing some of my main dysautonomia symptoms. My health was declining. I was getting migraines and headaches, which had stopped but have recently started up again. I got very bad migraines and headaches. I had to drop out of the school I was in and move to homeschool for that reason, and also for other reasons. I was having very bad pre-syncope issues. I don't think I had any major syncope issues. I may have blacked out once or twice, but I never fully fainted. But like I said, I was starting to begin my journey with blacking out, which is fainting, but I don't completely stay unconscious for very long. I was battling a lot of mental illness, and though I've been battling it for a while, it was increasing a lot. And I was having eye issues, which were causing a lot of eye pain, which also linked to my headaches, and probably my migraines. Finding out what POTS was. So I really didn't look very much into POTS for a while. I watched Chronically Jackie, who we all know I love. Pink for Jackie, didn't plan that, but who I loved very much. I didn't know her super well, but I did know her. I did have that privilege of knowing her. I was an honor. And just watching her videos, being in a community where she inspired me so much. And she had POTS. I also watched Izzy Kornblau, who also has POTS, and I had watched their POTS videos before. I had known little bit about POTS, but I didn't really know what it was. And my thoughts were, it seems kind of normal. Like, I always thought that it was normal that I was getting pre-syncope, that I was getting dizzy, you know, all of these different things. I thought it was normal, you know, because when you live with it for that long, you know, knees dislocate. Well, that's been doing that my entire life. That's normal, right? And I didn't really think about it too much. I knew I was having these issues, but I didn't really know what was causing it. And my living situation, family situation was complicated. It kind of still is, but like it was complicated. It was starting to get super complicated, and that's when everything else was also going on. And yeah, so then about January or February of this year, 2020, I learned what POTS was by an accidental video popping up in my video playlist on YouTube. Izzy Cornblow's video about POTS popped up and it started randomly playing, which is weird because I don't have my YouTube set to do that, but it did start playing. It was on a playlist, I guess, or something. And it was talking about POTS, and I started listening in, and I was like, wait, this isn't normal, like other people go through this is actually like a condition. And I was like, I learned about it, I was like, this makes so much sense to why I'm dealing with all of these issues. So I was like, well, this makes so much sense, so like, is this like, do I have this, maybe I have this? So then I did a lot of research, partly because of other things, but I enjoy researching mental health and health conditions. It's just something that I find interesting, and so I enjoy researching that. So I started my research, and I did a lot of research. I researched it for about a month, maybe 2 months, and then I brought it up to my parent, and I said to one of my parents, and I was like, hey, this makes so much sense. This explains why this happens, why this happens, why this happens, why this happens. And from then it was kind of like meh. After 2 months of trying to get my parent to call a doctor to schedule an appointment, finally my appointment was made because it had to be because of my regular physical. So thankful for that at least. So finally that appointment was made. I made a list and I told my regular care physician everything. I was telling her about my joint issues, but that's not what we're talking about. But I did mention my joint issues, and then I also went into depth about my pre-syncope and syncope and how I really think that I need to be tested for POTS. And she was like, yeah, that's definitely not normal. So we did pre-POTS testing, we did blood pressure, heart rate monitoring, things like that, sitting, standing, all of these like pre-POTS testing. They did that. They said, yes, your heart rate did move, or it did increase when you stood up, which is the main thing for POTS. And they said, this is not normal, I'm going to refer you to a cardiologist. And that's when I got to my cardiologist. We made the appointment. I got into my cardiologist fairly quickly, which I was very thankful for. I believe it was like the middle of August, I want to say. I'm not totally sure, but I think it was like the middle of August. So we go to my cardiologist, we discuss it. She was like, this is what it sounds like. And I was like, that's what I want to be tested for. And she basically we went through the criteria, basically, symptom-wise, and we did an EKG, we did multiple heart rate testing and blood pressure and all of this fun stuff, and I got my diagnosis that day. She says, it's definitely POTS, you know, this is what it is, and we started medication because I had already tried things like drinking more water and increasing my salt intake. So the first medication we tried was fludrocortisone, and I took that the first day and had an allergic reaction. I am only the second person that the cardiologist has ever had have an allergic reaction to this medication. It is the most typical medication used for POTS, and I, of course, the beautiful person that I am, my body decided to have an allergic reaction to it. My throat started swelling. I had to go to urgent care. I had to get Benadryl and some other penicillin, something like that, to help with the swelling, make it go down. That was lots of fun. We told my cardiologist what happened. They were like, you need to stop that immediately. So that was fun. And then I got put on metoprolol tartrate. I think this is how you say it. And it did absolutely nothing. I took it for a month or two. I don't remember, it was probably about a month, I would say, through September, and a little bit into October, and then just recently we had my cardiologist follow-up appointment, and they were like, so, do you think it's done anything? And I was like, it literally hasn't done anything. I'm still having the same amount of episodes, the same amount of everything. Like, I'm still, you know, having blackout episodes. I don't have syncope and blackout episodes too fairly often, but it is a risk and it does happen, and so that's why one of the reasons it's so dangerous for me to leave the house without Rosie is because she can detect it before it and I cannot detect it. So sometimes I could be walking and bang. So we talked about that, and they were like, well, there's no point in keeping you on it if it's not going to do anything. So we switched off of that, and now I'm taking midodrine. I just started it. It does seem to be making an improvement. Obviously, it's not going to make that much of an improvement. A chronic illness has no cure. You cannot cure a chronic illness, but you can help it, and that is our main goal with this, is to help it. So I've been taking it now for about a week. The one unfortunate thing is I do have to take it 3 times a day, which kind of sucks. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And they were like, well, you know, a teenager who wants to have a life, you know, do you really think you can do this? I was like, dude, I literally have a service dog. Like, if I'm not screaming, oh, this person is medically unstable at all times, walking around with a dog that says, service dog, do not pet. You know, I'm pretty sure that taking pills 3 times a day is not going to make that any more relevant. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. Like, if it helps, it helps. So I was like, they were like, do you think you want to try it? And I was like, yes, I want to try it. And so far I've noticed a small difference. My dizziness standing has decreased a fair amount, I guess. Obviously, like, it's not gonna fix it. It doesn't do it every time. I still have multiple dizzy issues standing up during the day, but it has helped a little bit. I've noticed that my fatigue in the daytime isn't as bad, and honestly, usually by the time I get home, we did have shorter classes today, so I'm not as tired, and I still have a little bit of fatigue, but my fatigue has improved. I have noticed that from the past week of taking it, so hopefully it stays about this. I'm happy with this. With this combined with Rosie, I think it's working very well, and I'm pretty happy with how it's helped. I have not blacked out with it yet. I have not gone into syncope with it yet, so hopefully it stays like this or even improves more. I don't expect it to improve much more just because it's been a week, but if it improves much more, I'm happy for it, you know? Do what you gotta do. So basically, that's how that's been affecting me now. So anyway, that's basically been my story so far. I brought you along with some of my doctor's appointments. I still have some videos I have to edit and put up of my last cardiologist appointment that I took Rosie to for the first time going to actual doctor's appointments. But yeah, anyway, so I think that that's about it for this video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the bell so you never miss a video. Comment down below. I'm happy to answer any questions, especially about dysautonomia, since it is Dysautonomia Awareness Month, and I'm here to share my story. Make sure to go check out my other 2 videos with the playlist linked in my channel. I will link the playlist down below when I get a chance. So check there. If it's not linked down below, put a comment down below and remind me so I can put that in there, or I'll send a link to you in the comments. So anyway, that's what's happening. Make sure to go check out my other 2 videos that are on my dysautonomia awareness playlist. I'm going to be posting a lot more dysautonomia videos, and I am going to be posting one next week. I think it's going to be tips for Potsies, but no guarantees. So stay tuned for that. If there's any specific video you'd like to see for next week, which is the last week of Dysautonomia Awareness Month, sadness, then please let me know down below, and I will make sure to be filming that video. If you know, if one person comments and says, I want this video, I will try my best to film that video for them. If multiple people comment, I will try my best to film the most requested video for next week's video, and then I will put those others to schedule for later dysautonomia videos. Don't worry, I'm not going to wait till next year to film those. I already have a bunch of Potsy videos to film and dysautonomia videos to film that I already have planned, so yeah. Anyway, but I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to do all the things. I hope you have a great day. I am now running out of spoons. Rosie and I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you next time. Oh. Peace out. Peace out.